Okay, live it says, then there it is right now. Yes, right now is what we are. And things that are happening right now, the answers come to us right now. Okay, so that is the thing that I'm using right now to help relax the muscles of my body so I can get rid of more and more of this mucus that has formed quicker, and so I can live with a lot more harmony and discipline and vibrate even more so. That is the righteous now that I'm communicating with for myself, especially for myself, only for myself. I have to look out for myself, number one. Number one, look out for yourself. Thus, the creation process elevates the self, magnifies the self, right? The magnetic, energetic me, just as the planetary system does with all that pressure, there's a relaxation that also comes with that. You see that? During the sexual intercourse, we come to blows gently, nurturing, and that grip and that release with that speed definitely circulates throughout the universal order, right? So we can come to fruition in many, many multiple ways, unlimited ways, so many ways that it takes care of itself. The intelligence of the universal order has that exact living arrangement, perfection. Every time we can say things to move ourselves, we can do things to move ourselves. There's so many elevations and points to dig into. The seed, the light that comes to us in every situation is always available to us. Okay? Let me check this one time. I'm still there. I'm still here. I'm still here. So we're going to end that right there. All right? I'm back. Okay. Then we get to be able to learn from that process the balance of any living that we're giving. It's a multiplied, go forth and multiply as is always given. Definitely as gentle as a seed can be dropped on the ground by birds from the sky. It will dig into the earth deep, deep, and come up with a tree, a plant, a flower that is healing in every aspect, the smell of it, the touch of it, the sight of it. So all these things we're given is so, man, it's just, we have to use it at all times. And I'm willing to learn that lesson and teach myself to have that to use at all times. So in this, you have answers from long ago, from the humans and their ancestors, okay? And one of the things that is available to us is the star system, which Interstellar Fella recognizes as an ally that is available to communicate with. In the darkened space that it comes through, travels in, and there's proof. the Dogon knew about the solar system of Sirius A and B for thousands, millions, however many years you can resonate with that. And these people know about that right now today. And there are other people who just now finding out about it using a telescope. In the 50s, 56, I think, one of the most powerful telescopes they said they made, and they were able to authenticate the information that the Dogon were using to communicate with others in our star system, in the galaxy, in the universal order, with a naked eye. Okay? So that glass, that mirror, that rock is me, is there available to us also. Simply just as that. So you can shine and be able to see as far as you would like to see, and to accept the knowledge, the understanding, the loving, the nurturing that comes along with that. Okay? So right now, you have that knowledge. For someone to say they've known for thousands of years the planetary travel of others just by using their bodies, the mineralized bodies, to look up and accept what they see, because that is a huge amount of pressure to be able to handle such information based on the people that you're surrounded by who can't or will not accept those answers. And again, the answers have been given on that. Anyone who wants to look that up, Sirius A and B, Dogon, have that answer. Okay? People of color, darkened skin, they draw designs on their clothing, their bodies, as living proof. What a beautiful thing. What a spectacular thing to have. An interstellar fella, truly, that traveling the universal order, seeming to be right here on the planet Earth at all times. When we see them, when we discuss with them. And they have a sound that they make. They spin it around, zzz, a vibratory sound. I showed that. You all can look it up, and you can look it up. I have it on my page. Others have shown that. These were Europeans who went over there and filmed these people, you see? These are Europeans who gave us that information, who took time out to film these people and take a record of that. Okay, so all Europeans, as we know, are not as decadent and as harmful to the environmental process and to the human scale as we would give these people of today, right now. Okay? So right now, we have people who say that they're racist. Okay? That's what you call sexual preference. Okay? A sexual preference is just that. It's not everlasting life. Everlasting life is heterosexual living. You can have a preference all you want, but the creation process is the dominant, peaceful, dominant, seed-given, fire, burn, nurturing thing at all times. The fertile fuel could be manure that the dung beetle gets and rolls itself and feeds its family out of that. Even in that, we still have life-giving source. We don't have to practice breathing, looking, seeing, heartbeats, all of that. That is taken care of for us by the creation process. You see, that's everlasting life. That is not a sexual preference at all. Okay? So now, the Dogon have symbology that gives us the everlasting life as it goes on and on and on, yes? And that is the snail shell that they say spins in that and empties out, and that's what's left. That symbol, the snail's shell. And we know to look at that symbol, if it's spinning, it could put you in a dizzy spell, right? If you're not focused on the center of it, so you won't get dizzy, like the ice skaters do when they're spinning. They focus on one point so as not to get dizzy during that spin. So in that, we have the snail. Yes? Snail, giant snail in Africa, all those type of snails, slugs, whatever you call it. And this animal, silver trail, has a silver trail that it leaves on the earth as it moves slowly around, has antennae, picks up all the information it needs, what it needs to do, and a very soft skin with a very hard shell that it carries on its back at all times. Okay? So you see the information that is latent in that the universal process gives us, the loving, nurturing, all sides of things that we can see, smell, touch, hear, and learn from, all right, in the process. So, and this snail is also a what you call a hermaphrodite, which is both sexes. So that's not a sexual preference. That is everlasting life, based on the creation process giving it that. You see? And there are humans who have both sexes, based on the creation process giving it that. Yes? So the creation process has so many seed-giving, life-giving things, multiplicity, things in life, that it is not a preference. It doesn't cut off life force based on any emotional outbursts or so-called intellectual choices that one makes, but it's purely a physiology that is given in movement in all space and time. There's nothing missing at all. It's a mixture of the spinning as it is in our head, the carbon and copper, the cerebral cortex, and the pineal gland in our heads at all times. You see? Lifts us up, self-esteem, all of that. All these things we have available to us in the creation process. Okay? So that is the life-giving source, not a sexual preference. It's the intellectual confusion, that sexual preference of those words, you prefer this or you prefer that, that has slowed the truth of the everlasting life of the heterosexual so much to the point of it's not even acceptable as the true life-giving source in all ways. Okay?